lost my thought. Sorry to my heart. At this time, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester.
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Someone just said, "Let me be blunt." I heard you. Protocol having been established, I want to start off by thanking the Delaware Commission of Veterans Affairs, the Delaware River and Bay Authority, and the Delaware Office of Veteran Services for again hosting an incredible event. Today is even more special. The speeches that we have heard, the presence of all of you, it is truly an honor to be here. And I also want to extend my deep gratitude to President Joe Biden for your years of service, and especially for being here on a day that I know is so important to you and your family, and to have your grandson Hunt here as well, Bo's son. One of the things that was not mentioned is your commitment in ensuring that the PAC Act, like not just thinking about veterans, but living up to the ideals, the promises that we made. I feel it was and Senator Carper, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was one of the largest investments ever made for our veterans. And so please, the PAC Act, this president did that. President Joe Biden, along with the House and the Senate. And I'm also pleased to join my predecessor and my good friend, Senator Tom Carper. I'm glad you started off with Frederick Douglass and Decoration Day, because I think a lot of times we do things routinely, but we don't really know why we did them. And so to remind us that it was at a time when our country was tearing apart, that for our veterans we came together. And so thank you so much for your service. To our Lieutenant Governor, Kyle, what a beautiful, beautiful tribute you gave as well in representing our governor in our state. And to all of the incredible elected officials, I'm proud to be here with our Congresswoman Sarah McBride, and also representing Senator Chris Coons in his absence as well. Thank you to all of the leaders of our state, all of the veterans, the service members, the families, and our community at large. Thank you for joining us. I am reminded that soon we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country. 250 years. 250 years. Memorial Day calls to us. It calls upon us to remember those who fought for liberty, for freedom, and for justice, and for what it means. It is a day to recommit to those values and to pledge ourselves to service in the memory of those who gave all. Memorial Day is also a day of reflection, and it's also a day of gratitude to the families, especially the Gold Star families. Gratitude for those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. And today we know there are so many stories up and down this state throughout the years, the 250 years. Whether it is Private First Class Frank J. Cox, a Wilmington resident who lost his life in 1943 during the invasion of mainland Italy in World War II, or SP5 Richard Dennison of Sussex County, who lost his life in 1971 when a Chinook collided with a Republic of Korea plane in Vietnam. Like Matthew Flacco, a Newark resident and a Navy soldier specializing in weather for the Department of Defense, who lost his life on September 11th during the attack on the Pentagon. And like Elizabeth Lockney, a Newcastle resident and graduate of the Naval Tech Explosive Ordnance Disposal School. Remember Elizabeth. Many of you remember was in 2007 when a car bombing, 20 days before she was meant to come home, she perished in a tour in Iraq. We hold Frank and Richard and Matthew and all of those who gave their lives in service in our hearts today, and the countless stories up and down this state. We hold our Gold Star families, our Gold Star mothers in our hearts, the mothers, the fathers, the husbands, wives, daughters, sons, friends who gave their lives for the sake of liberty and freedom. We give you our thanks, we give you our love. I also give the Biden family our love on the loss of one of the most beautiful and brilliant service members and public servants in this state. I remember as I was, after I lost my husband, Bo called me in the hospital. The president called me in the hospital. And I know President Biden says this to families like he said to me, that there will come a time when the mention of the person's name will bring a smile to your face before it brings a tear to your eye. We thank you. We thank Bo. We thank your family. I began by talking about the fraying and the tearing of a country. Well, the very fabric of America is stitched together by the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice to protect our homeland. Every state, yes, the very fabric. Every state, county, and community across our great nation is made safer by their sacrifice and by the freedoms they fought for. And those freedoms extend not just to America, but around the world. So on this Memorial Day, as we put our hand on our heart, or as we salute these decorations, let us remember, let us reflect, and let us recommit to living the legacy that they leave behind. Thank you.